Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So today's video I'm actually really nervous and excited to film. Nervous because this is definitely probably the most vulnerable I've been yet on my channel. And vulnerable is a thing that I don't like to do. I don't really like to let my wall down. I like to be as strong as I think I can be, and yeah, sometimes life just doesn't go like that, and that is so fine. And I think as well, this topic is so important. It's so important. Whether you are a confident person, whether you're not a confident person, everyone I think needs to know things about confidence. People need to know the importance and learn the importance of lifting up others, lifting up yourself, because a world without confidence is a very unhappy place, I think. I definitely have best experienced that for the last 3 or so years of my life, and it's been horrible. It's been not nice, and I've never, even really to this day, to this second, never really fully opened up about confidence because I just didn't really ever want to show that side of me, really. But I'm totally breaking out of that stigma now, and I want to be so open about how I'm feeling, and yeah, and I think that is so down to the fact where I used to be stuck in that mind space for 3 years really, of thinking, well, that person is lawn mowing and it's just killing my vibe. Can you stop, please? And I always thought if I'm to talk and make myself look vulnerable, then people are going to believe that I am a vulnerable person. People are going to believe that I'm a upset person. People are going to think I'm a sad version of myself. I don't like the way I am about myself, which is so true in here, or at least I think so anyway. But yeah, and I always used to just never talk about it because I just didn't want people to see my insecurities and then believe them. It's if I didn't speak about them, they wouldn't be true. And that is sad, it is twisted, it is not right, and it is something that if anyone watching today is thinking, get yourself out of that headspace, please. We are opening up, we want to be the best versions of ourselves, and yeah, let's make a kick-ass video. Let's finish this video feeling good about ourselves. Let's finish this video feeling uplifted. Let's want to make this world a better place, because I know at times on social media our confidence can hit rock bottom. We can feel horrible about ourselves. We're no longer feeling happy about ourselves. But yeah, let's change that for the better, because I don't know about you, but I'm so over it. I'm 20 years old, struggled with this really since I was 16, 17, and I'm over it. I'm Anna Aiken, and welcome to my TED Talk. Right, okay, I've got a few questions. I asked a few people to ask me questions over on my Instagram. I have gotten a few, and let's talk, let's chat, let's get this open. I don't even know what you're doing whilst watching this video. If you are making your dinner, if you are making your lunch, if you're having a breakfast, if you're doing your makeup, you're deciding what outfit to wear on Saturday night, that's cool. Have me on in the background, have a little listen, let's chat, let's get into it, let's have a good time, and let's answer some questions. Right, number 1, what does confidence mean to you? So I can only ever really think about it in a way that resonates with me. Obviously I can't speak for you on one hand, you on the other. Everyone's different, everyone battles with issues so in different ways. With me personally, confidence oozes when a person is self-assured. I think you need to really believe in yourself. You need to be proud of who you are, what you look like, what you feel like, I don't know, the work that you do. That oozes confidence to me, and that is something that I'm definitely working towards, and I feel proud to say, because I've never really had that before. Starting this whole Instagram, YouTube kind of thing, oh my god, I was put a camera in front of my face, I'd literally oh my god, get that way, don't look at me, don't look at me. I was that person. I would with the hands in front of the face girl. Wouldn't actually, but that's what was inside. Would literally be on nights out, and I'd be no, I wouldn't do that, but I'd run a mile to get away from my camera, you know? I think someone who's really beautiful on the inside just screams confidence. If you are beautiful on the inside, you are a beautiful person. If you have a good heart, you have good morals, you stand for good things, and yeah, that just oozes confidence. I think as well, just don't give a So the next question is, so I'm just looking down because I'm looking at my phone. The next question says, love this video idea, do you feel confident now? In some ways, yeah, 100%. From starting this whole Instagram thing, from starting the whole YouTube thing, I've definitely gained confidence a lot. I definitely feel so much more self-assured than I did like 3-4 months ago, and that is so good. I think that's probably one of the biggest steps I've taken so far in the whole like 3 years of like feeling really unconfident. And so yeah, I am so proud of that, and I'm so happy to speak about it. I'm so happy to like preach about it, because obviously it resonates with me. I feel like I'm at that point where I can be like, yeah, you did that. Everyone's the same. Every girl, at least, I can at least relate to. It feels the same. Constantly, every day, I'm on Instagram. I mean, it's literally what I do. Like, I'm like to go on my Instagram every day to like find new things, find new styles, find new inspiration. And so I'm constantly seeing people who are literally perfect, and I'm like, well, I don't look like that. And then I'm like, well, if I don't look like that, then I'm not good enough. That kind of stuff. And it sounds so silly to even say out loud, because I know in my head I fine well do believe it. And I want to get to a point where like I can just look at all this stuff and be like, oh, it's fine, like who gives a fuck, I'm me, that's all that matters, who gives a shit. But I'm not. I'd love to say I am, but I'm not. But I feel like when the level I want to reach, that I can turn around and be like, yeah, I'm confident now, is when I can look at myself in the mirror and be like, you're beautiful. Because I struggle to do that even to this day, and I know that is so sad and it's so twisted, and yeah, it's something I probably haven't been able to do for like, I don't know, like 3-4 years, and that's horrible, because you might even be questioning as well, like, well, you take selfies all the time and you post them up on Instagram and you do this and you do that, like how do you not think you're beautiful? I think there's a very, very like alternative thing. Like I'm proud and confident in the things that I'm like putting onto my body, like clothes and like makeup that I want to show off. So like, yeah, I do think that is all beautiful, but like underneath all that, I don't think it's beautiful at all. Therefore it's hard for me to be like, no, in general, yeah, I think I'm beautiful. No, I don't think like that at all. And that is a big goal for me, because I honestly hate this little shell of myself where I make myself feel so horrible just from the thoughts that I tell myself, just from the things that I convince myself of. It's sad, and I want to stop doing that. And I guess I have stopped really doing that, but I definitely don't think it's anywhere near to a point where it's like, no, like, I'm fine now. Wow, that was raw. That was really raw. I don't think I've really ever said that before, and it's weird how I'm literally just saying it to my cat and a camera and my dog. And then I put it out there, and it's like, who knows who's gonna see this, you know? God. It's just really upsetting, I think, when you say it out loud as well, because it makes it just seem more real. Like, I don't want to be putting out this stuff, like saying these things out loud, knowing that it's gonna make me upset. But I feel like if I don't say it, it doesn't have anywhere to go. It just has to just sit in my head and like cloud my vision and make me feel upset, you know? So I guess putting it out there is just like me, like the final straw, just putting it out there and be like, okay, at least if we move on a little bit, that's just like a little bit better than having it just like stuck in your head. But no, I definitely do not feel confident now, but I'm on the road to feeling more confident, and I definitely do feel more confident than the person I used to be like 4 months ago. So someone said, sometimes I feel so unconfident in myself. Any tips? Question mark. Right, so obviously I can't tell you exactly what to do. I don't know exactly the right answer for this question, but I can tell and let you in on what I do. So the things that I like to do and the things that I like to prioritize when I'm feeling like this is talking. Talking is so important, and I think there are so many people who like this, who just like let it all build up in your head, and then it all comes out at one point, and it's just tears after tears after tears after tears after tears. And honey, no, we can't do that. Whenever we are feeling in the slightest bit unconfident, please talk to someone. Please do. If that is someone like me who you might never have met before, if that is your mom, your dad, your dog, your cat, your sister, your boyfriend, girlfriend, anything like that, just speak. Just get it all out. Because if we don't get it all out, then it's just only going to make you feel worse. There's no, and I'm literally saying this and I'm giving advice to myself right now, but if we don't let it out, it doesn't have anywhere to go. It just has to like build and fester in your mind, and that's honestly something that I need to take on board a lot more myself, I think, when I'm feeling that way. because I don't do it a lot. I definitely do keep it in, and I don't say anything, and I bottle it up, and then it all comes out, and it's tears after tears after tears. And my boyfriend's like, what the fuck is going on? Who is this girl? Is she okay? No, she's not. What else would I think also, like, maximizing the time that you're spending outside. Fresh air is so important, so important. I know when you're feeling in that headspace, the last thing you want to be doing is getting up off that sofa after watching 50 episodes of Vampire Diaries to then go outside. No one wants to do that, but do it. Even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's literally tucking around a ball for your dog for like 2 seconds, it's better than nothing. Obviously don't just do it for 2 seconds. Take like half an hour to an hour, just like leave your phone. And yeah, that kind of brings us on to the next one. I also like to like minimize the time that I'm spending on my phone, because being on my phone I think is a massive contributor to the fact of what like I'm like putting into my brain. And like if what I'm seeing on my phone, and I'm on my phone for like a good 50% of my day, 50% of what's in my brain is like all these unrealistic approaches, it's all these unrealistic and like, I don't know, unfathomable like lifestyles that I'm just like never going to be able to achieve. I'm obviously just going to subconsciously start like beating myself up and making myself feel unconfident and like about myself, you know, and that's something that we don't want to do. We want to get far away from it. And again, how to build confidence in general. Obviously I'm not telling you, oh my god, go start an Instagram page, go like start a YouTube channel, anything like that. Like you don't have to, but one thing that has been the biggest step forward for me, the biggest leap forward for me, is starting a YouTube channel. It's been starting an Instagram page. I said to myself when I started this all, and I was like, right, the main goal that I want from this is I want to feel more confident. I just want to be proud. I want to have something I'm like, yeah, I did that. That's got my name written on it, and it just was something to like occupy my time. Yeah, to like just like distract me from like feeling unconfident, with like substituting it with something that's going to make me feel confident. Does that make sense? So I think doing something that you never thought you'd be able to do because of feeling unconfident, do it, try it. It can be in private. I started this whole Instagram page with not telling anyone. I didn't even tell my closest friends. I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell like anyone. I didn't make it like well renowned. I didn't like promo it on my main Instagram account until people started finding it, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm probably gonna have to do something about this now. But that was probably the best decision that happened, you know. But yeah, do it in private at the start, build it up, and then I don't know, just be like, yeah, be proud of it. Like practice what you preach kind of thing, you know. And building self-confidence in general comes from deep, deep within. So if you have all those inner demons, you have all those voices being like, you're fat, you're ugly, you're this, you're that, you're A and B, we need to fix that. And I think that is something so deep-rooted within oneself to know how to fix it. Whether that is not going on your phone for a week, whether that is going on a long walk, whether that is not going on social media, whether that is speaking to your mum, or ranting to your boyfriend, or taking a dog for a walk. Do what makes you happy, and I feel like with that you'll start to feel more confident, because you're doing things that are good for your mind, you're doing things that are good for your body, you're doing things that are good for yourself. And yeah. Okay, I feel like I've been speaking for so long, and I feel like that's because I've not done a video like this before, so like I don't know how long I should be speaking for, how much I should be saying, I don't know, but I'm just doing what makes me feel good, and that's all I care about. But one of this one says, and I feel like this is where it's going to get a little bit emotional, just a little bit. Someone said, how is this topic personal to you? I can't wait for this video. First of all, thank you. I can't wait for this video too, because I'm excited for people to see this. I'm excited for people to just interact with a topic like so. I'm excited for people to incorporate this into their lifestyles, like I will be. From today, it's the end of it. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm sick of it, and I really do mean that. I wanted to make this video as a thing to be like, it's embarrassing now if you don't do it, because you're putting it out there and you're sitting down and you're speaking, and if you're not going to practice what you're preaching, then you are fake. You are fake. Okay? How is this topic personal to me? Right. 3 years ago, or just over 3 years ago, my mum fell ill with a very rare disease called meningococcal septicemia. Props to anyone who can spell it and say it. No, I'm kidding. I need to stop making everything a joke all the time. It really isn't funny half the time, especially when it's like about your mother. Anyway, yeah, she fell ill, very, very ill, to the point that our family was called in to say goodbye to our mum. and it was very sad, it was very upsetting. It changed our whole family's dynamic forever. I do appreciate the situation because our family is very strong, we're very happy, we all get along very, very well. I think it's just so weird because like, I'm just not usually this like this. I don't like this. I don't get upset. I hate being upset. Yeah. God, don't cry. Yeah, my mum fell ill, and with that I lost a lot of weight. Too much weight, I think, personally. And I definitely substituted the whole eating food for making myself feel guilty. If I was eating food, then I wasn't thinking about my mum, so I shouldn't be eating food. And I honestly wasn't. I had space for way too long. Way too long. And situations obviously at that time as well with outside my mum were obviously not very good, and I think that also took a toll on me. There was lots of things that were just playing into the fact of just like not making me feel like my best self. Like life was shite. Life was absolutely dreadful. So there wasn't any to be confident. Why would I need to be confident if I'm literally feeling my worst? Like, let me be upset, you know? And I totally agree with the whole fact of just like when something like that is happening in your family, of course being upset is so loud. Please be upset. Do not let yourself not be upset. But please just try to maintain some form of healthy routine so you do not lose track of sight, you do not lose track of hope, you do not lose track of positivity, because when you lose track of that, that's when things go downhill. And that's exactly what happened to me. So I struggled with confidence a lot back then, but in a different way to how I struggle with it now. I much more struggle with it in a way where it's probably a lot more darker, but I feel like I really struggle with making myself feel good enough and making myself feel beautiful. And I don't know, it's just like when things after things, like, oh god, I've seen a new stretch mark come off on my leg, oh great, or oh god, look at my double chin, like I do it in every single video. You can see my double chin in every single video that you watch, and I know you're thinking it too, Karen, and I think it too, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not going to post it because you can see my double chin. Oh, that is so pathetic, even just saying that a lot. I'm actually annoyed. I think these things, it's so embarrassing. Yeah, it's like things like that, which like that they really get me down, like. And it's like, and I think that is so deeply rooted to the fact where like I've like suppressed the way that I feel sometimes for so long that I let them fester to a point where I start believing them. But I definitely have stopped doing that to a point where like I've realised it's unhealthy and I need to stop doing it. So how it's personal to me is that those are just kind of little small little inceptions to it all, but definitely appearance wise, definitely like just inner belief is like everything, like self-belief, self-assurance, and I do beat myself up a lot. I tell myself I'm not good enough all the time, and I think now saying it out loud, it really does just make me feel like this just needs to stop because it's unhealthy. And yes, so I think I'm going to close the video off there because I think I've let it all out in a good way, in a good enough way, but there's definitely so much more that I could touch base with. There's definitely more that I'd like to talk about, and don't worry, this is definitely not the last that you're going to hear of this whole confidence topic on my channel or on my page, not at all. So I guess this is not start because we've already embarked on it like a wee while ago, but yeah, I'm on the journey of becoming more confident. I'm on this journey of feeling better about myself. I'm on this journey of wanting to be the best version of myself, and I really hope if anyone watching this relates to this video in any way, shape or form, that they will join this journey with me, that we can get through it all together. We're all in this together, and yeah, just remember, you're all beautiful, you're all lovely, you're all enough. Everyone's unique, everyone's important, everyone goes through shit at times, and that's okay. But yeah, I'm always here. If anyone needs me, my DMs are always open, and yeah, make sure if you did enjoy this video to give it a like, to give it a subscribe if you want, and yeah, okay.